Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I am going to be doing a Q&A. I have one to film later tonight with my husband, but we'll see which one goes up first. But I thought I would answer the questions that I got personally, and then we're going to answer the couple's questions together later on. Blakey is in the background. Say hi, Bee.
Hi.
She's sick and she's home from school today, so she didn't feel like napping, but she's just playing with my sewing kit. She likes to look at all the different colors and stuff. Don't worry, she knows not to touch the needles and stuff like that. But I got a bunch of questions, so I thought that I would go through them for you guys. And yeah, let's get started. So thank you to everybody who asked me questions over on Instagram. If you are not currently following me on Instagram, make sure that you do, because that's where I ask all of my Q&A questions or like video ideas and stuff like that. So first question, I have them all screenshotted. How do you snap yourself out of a bad mood? And to be perfectly honest, sometimes it takes me a lot to get out of a bad mood. If I am sleep deprived, that's my number one trigger. So it can take me a while to get out of a bad mood. But what I always find helps me is I think to myself, this is the devil working to make me have a miserable day. He is trying to bring me down. He is trying to make everything seem bad, make me feel miserable. And this is God's house, and I am a child of God, and I am not going to let him bring me down. Not going to happen. So then I kind of think, I always say to God, please help me to feel better and get rid of this awful mood. And then I just look at my kids and I look at our home and I just think, you are so grateful. I am grateful, but I mean, you are so blessed. You have 3 beautiful, healthy children. You have a beautiful, awesome husband. He is beautiful. You have, this beautiful home. You have food on the table. There is nothing to be in a bad mood about. I have a daughter who's hilarious. Look at her. You're so funny. Okay, go and play, so I'll make him finish my video, okay? So that's kind of how I snap out of it, and it just works for me every time. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer than others, but for the most part, that works for me. We have moved locations because Blakey's on the couch playing with her, what's it called? Little iPad thing. So next question was, currently doing a renovation, any top tips? Don't expect it to be done anytime soon. We had the architects come out September 7th, and it is November 15th today, and we still don't have the drawings. Our architect is on the construction phase, so he's designed the interior and the exterior, but he still has to do the construction phase. So it takes a very long time, probably a year if you're doing an addition and a full big renovation. If you're doing like a kitchen renovation or something like that, definitely hire a contractor. Don't do it yourself. Don't DIY, please don't DIY, because I've heard horror stories, and so has Colin. But do your research on the contractor, read reviews, even try and contact people that he's worked with, just so you get an understanding of how he is, and ask to see pictures of his work and all that stuff. Just really make sure you do your research and pick a good contractor. But with everything, all the delays and stuff that are happening right now, thanks a lot COVID, it's just gonna take a really long time, but it's so worth it in the end. It's so worth it. Next question, do you feel content that your family is complete? 110%. I feel like Reese was the missing puzzle. I feel 1000% complete. Having said that, I've said to Colin in the past, we joke about, if he wasn't, if he hadn't have had a, what's it called? I almost said circumcision, that's not right. Vasectomy. If he hadn't had his vasectomy, we would probably have a 4th, just because I feel like I always have baby fever and I would never be able to stop. But truth be told, I feel 100% complete. I don't think God has another baby for us. I don't feel the need to have another baby. I mean, I could keep going, but it's not like an urge, we have to. If I had that urge of no, we are not done, I know there's another baby, we would pay the $5,000 and get him reversed. But I'm content, no more babies for us. Okay, next question is, what do I do to unwind? And for me and Colin, actually, when the girls are in bed, I always have a super hot shower. I get into my jammies and we cuddle on the couch and just watch a show together. Like, that's our thing. That helps me relax. Sometimes I do have to edit, so I'll edit first. And that kind of helps me unwind too, but we really just watch a show. And right now, we're obsessed with Yellowstone. Obsessed. It's such a good show. But that's like our thing, is just to watch a show together, and like, you know, we've got the Christmas lights on, it's all cozy, and wear our jammies and all that stuff. So that's how I unwind. So the next question is, what does a typical routine look like for us? So if it's a school day, we get up, I'm usually up by 6:30. Olivia, Blakey's just looking at me. Olivia's usually always up by 6. And so she's the first one up. I come downstairs. She always wants Cheerios right away. I pour her some Cheerios. We put on cartoons for her. Sorry if you can hear Blake singing in the background. I put on cartoons for her, and then Reese will wake up. So I go up and I get Reese, I change her bum, I feed her, and then I put her in her little jump, I call it, her little exerciser, and I just kind of go over emails and like social media stuff. I'll have my coffee and just like wake up. It takes me a while to wake up in the morning. I can't just get out of bed and I'm like this. Like, it takes me, I need to have my coffee first and like kind of wake up and look at the weather and check emails and look at Instagram and stuff, and then I can like wake up. Then Blake comes down the stairs. Usually by 7:30 I'm making breakfast. I put Reese in her chair, make her breakfast and the girls, and then by 8:30 we're out the door taking her to school. We come back, I clean up from breakfast, put Reese to bed. Livy and I will play or bake or do some sort of activity together. When Reese wakes up, we all go for a walk or like go outside, or, you know, go Winners or wherever. Come home, have lunch, put Livy and Reese back to bed, clean up from lunch, and that's when usually I do work stuff. So I currently am doing YouTube, and I am with 2 clean beauty product companies. So that's Beauty Counter and Pharmacy is my new one. And I do stuff with that, like social media stuff. I contact my customers, stuff like that. That was crazy. And then I sometimes will prep supper, depends how much work I have to do. And then 3 o'clock, we go and pick up Blake for the day, and then we come home, we get the Wiggles out, I'll take them for a bike ride, or like we'll go outside, or we'll have a dance party, because like Blake, when she gets home from school, she needs to let all of those pent up emotions out. So we do something fun like dancing or playing outside. And then we get supper ready, and we're eating by like between 5 and 5:30. Colin gets home at 5:30. We eat together as a family. We all play together. Bath is at 6. Reese is in bed at like 6:30, 7 o'clock. Colin bathes the older 2, gets their jammies on, brings them downstairs. We watch a show together, and one of us cleans up. And that's kind of it. Sorry if that was long-winded, but it's a long day. Okay, we have moved again because Blakey wants to watch cartoons. Sorry for it's like musical chairs. The lighting is not the best in here, but whatever, it's fine. Next question. How did you get Reese to sleep in her crib after she needed carrier naps? I'm here too. Okay, so my biggest piece of advice for this, patience, because it will get better. Babies, I learned this with Olivia. When Olivia was a baby, babies do not regulate their naps and start napping properly till 5 months old. Could be earlier, but most babies, 5 months. So when I think the first 4 months of Reese's life, I held her. I held her for naps. I held her for sleep up until like 10 o'clock. I was holding her and rocking her. She just grew out of it. And they do. It's completely developmental. They just want mommy before that 5 months of age. I mean, after then too, but they're a bit more independent. They can start to sleep in their own beds, but definitely just patience. I know it can be hard, but it goes so fast. And I know it doesn't feel like that right now because you are like, you know, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to fix my camera, because you are in the thick of it, but I promise you, it goes so fast, like so fast. So what I would do is I wouldn't even try until like at least 4 months of age. Try putting your baby down in a crib Even if it's like a 10-minute nap in there, that's a win. Change him or her in the nursery, play in the nursery so they get familiar with it. That's kind of what I did. And then literally it was like one day I was like, you are old enough to sleep on your own. And she was no longer sleeping well on me. Like she'd wake up too much. So that was another indication of like, hey, you're ready for your own room, like quiet, dark, all the things. So I did the blackout blinds, the noise machine, followed her wake window, and then just put her down. That was it. She was my easiest baby to transition because I think I just waited till I knew she was 100% ready. So that's my tip. Wait till she is 100% ready. But start like practicing now, and you'll know when they're ready. I'm sorry for the yellow lighting now, but it was getting too dark. So next question, what's the most amount of carbs you eat in a day? So for any of you, I'm trying to have to think about this. So if any of you are following me like on Instagram and stuff, actually even YouTube, I mentioned it, that I'm doing like a low carb. I haven't completely cut out carbs. I'm just eating on the lower side. And then one day a week, I stock up on carbs. So I'll have like spaghetti or whatever I feel like. Honestly, I would say anywhere from 80 to 100 grams a day, max. Some days are closer to 100, some days are closer to the 80 mark, but 80 to 100 grams per day. Most of my food comes from healthy fats, vegetables, lean meats, that kind of thing, and some dairy, some dairy, not a lot of dairy, but some dairy. So yeah, I'd say 80 to 100 grams a day. Okay, next question. What got you started on YouTube? I was bored. I was bored out of my mind, and I was out of college, and I was only working part-time. I was still living with my parents, and I loved like raising the bars. Still all-time favorite vlogging channel, although I'm sad Allison doesn't make videos anymore. But I used to watch her videos and think like, I cannot wait till like I have kids, and like, cause she's such a good mom and she's so beautiful. And let me know if you guys ever followed her. I just loved her videos, and I was like, I need to do that too. And I wanted something for me that was like a creative outlet, that was like a hobby. So that's why I started YouTube. And I continue to do it because now I continue to do it not only for the creative aspect of it, like it's an outlet for me, but the connection with you guys is the number one thing. Because I remember back when I was like, nope, I'm done with YouTube. This is so much work, blah, blah, blah. A lot of you like messaged me on Instagram, and I was like, I can't leave you guys. Like I feel like I would miss that connection with you all. So I 100% like now it's because of you guys. Like I love you guys. But it was because I was bored and needed a hobby, if I'm being honest. Next question. Top tips from going 2 to 3. 2 kids to 3, about to have a 3rd baby. Oh, congratulations. That's awesome. I found 2 to 3 easier yet harder. So to me, it was easier because you're already juggling 2, but it's harder because it's busier. It's more chaos. But any tips I have for you would be just to give yourself grace, because it's going to be crazy for the first little bit. You're gonna feel overwhelmed, not right away, because right away baby just sleeps, so you can still kind of manage it. But when baby starts to get fussy, it can be like, oh my God. And then your toddlers are like fighting, and it's just like, it can be a mess. But give yourself grace. Know that whatever hard phase of life you are in, it's gonna go away. It's gonna get better. You just have to push through, and it goes literally like that. It goes so fast. So things that helped me would be like I got the girls their, I call them iPads, but they have the Amazon tablets. So if I needed to put Reese down for a nap or down to bed, I'd park the 2 girls in my bed, give them each their Amazon tablets, and they were entertained while I could focus on the baby. I kind of did everybody together, like bath time. I would put the girls in the tub, and then I'd bathe if I was by myself, which happens a lot. I'd bathe Reese in the sink, so they're all done at the same time. I'd take the girls out, the baby out, and I'd have all their pajamas like in the bathroom and just lay them out like an assembly line, and like lay them all down, do like butt cream, diapers, lotion, jammies, like do it all at once. And then I always put Reese to bed first. And like I said, I would just entertain the other 2. Or when Reese was staying up later, I would just like hold her or have her like asleep in my arms, and I would read the other 2 girls a book, like with one hand. It was tricky, but I did it. So yeah, just like trying to like, it's just more multitasking, honestly. And I feel like the third baby, like they are more chill because they have to be, because they've got two older siblings running around and like playing, so they get used to the noise and everything. So I just like teach the girls, you know, like, okay, we have to be a little bit more quiet around the baby and like stuff like that. But your third's gonna be easy. The third one, I swear, is the easy one. They are the chill, because they have to be. They have to be easygoing. And just, you know, don't stress too much about, you know, oh, the third's gonna miss their nap because the other two have activities and stuff. They will adjust. Babies are so much tougher and more resilient than we think. And it'll make them more chill, if that makes sense, because they, you know, they have to be. So I hope that was helpful, and congratulations again. Next question, will there be baby number 4? Nope, because Colin has had a vasectomy. He had it back in July. He was supposed to get his little swimmers tested in September, but that appointment didn't work out and he just has not gone to get tested. I know we should probably get him tested because it can still happen, but it's like a 1% chance that it didn't work, and I'm sure it worked. And if not, we get another baby. But it's probably fine. But no more babies for us. Next question, any tips on getting my 7-month-old to like baby food? Currently not a fan. Really? Okay. Okay, so baby food, like, are you buying like the store-bought baby food? Are you doing your own purees? So my mistake I made with Blake is I bought the baby food, which is nothing wrong with it. It's not a mistake, but I didn't realize until Reese that babies can have butter, they can have spices, they can have basically everything that we have, except for you don't want to give them like a lot of added sugar or salt. So try some flavorful things. Try a bit of baby-led weaning if you're comfortable with it. If you're not, there was one recipe I used to make for Liv and she loved it. It was in the Instant Pot, and it was avocado, oats, and apples. And it would like steam them, and then you mix them all together, and you could add like a little bit of cinnamon, and she loved it. If you look at there's like overnight oats you can do for a baby. There's tons of recipes. Just go on Pinterest and go like baby food recipes, because it could just be, maybe, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but maybe just like more flavor, because I was like with Blake, I was like carrots, peas, like I didn't add anything. And then I'm thinking like, babies don't want to eat that. I wouldn't want to just eat carrots or just plain peas. Like I want good stuff, and they do too. They're little humans, and it's okay for them to have all that stuff, like spices and butter and stuff like that. So that would be my advice. Look up some recipes, add some flavor. Your baby will love it. Okay. 3, 2, 1. I think that was all of the questions. We got a ton of questions on the couple Q&A, so definitely either stay tuned for that or go check that one out, because that's gonna be a long one because we got tons of questions. But thank you guys for all your questions, and I love you and I appreciate you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.